What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite guns, lever action rifles. Today we're going to be going over Midwest Industries, Mad Pig Customs, and what they can do to make your old lever action rifle look a little bit cooler. Now, before we go through what Mad Pig can do, let's take a look at an old school lever action rifle. This is a Winchester 1873, and this is about as classic as it gets, the gun that won the West. Now, it's interesting that these guns were made 150 years ago because they're honestly still a very viable self-defense rifle even today. Matter of fact, they are the go-to choice for a lot of people in states that can't get semi-automatics because they have a lot of pros that people don't really think about that made them good then, and they're still good now. First off, the caliber is going to be more than acceptable for self-defense. You can get these in 357, 44 mag, and up it goes all the way to 4570. Also, the capacity is good and the rate of fire is decent, if not superior, to the bolt action counterparts. Now, people in those states can get shotguns as well, but rifles tend to be better for all purpose because they can do ranch needs, they can do hunting needs, and they're fun to shoot on the weekends. Plus, if you ever get into a hostage situation, you get a much more accurate shot with something like this. But there are some downsides to this. First off, obviously this gun has a limited ability to put on accessories. Number one, you can't really put a weapon light on here, at least not without like taping a mag light to it or something like that. So it would be nice to add a weapon light first off so you can actually identify your targets. That's very important. Second off, dots are a thing these days, and this one doesn't have any weight amount of dot. The Winchester 1873 is a top ejector, so you can't really do that anyway. And then finally, the stock is non-adjustable and it's got a very short length of pull. Well, if you want all those things for a long time, you were out of luck, but enter Midwest Industries. Midwest Industries did send me this gun and they did send me these accessories, but as you know, that doesn't change our opinion. Midwest Industries also didn't know that I had some of these accessories already, and I've already been testing them for a video, so it really worked out in my favor. I actually have their Gen 1 rail, which you guys have seen before, and I added this to my Henry 44 Magnum because I was going for a real steampunk look with the octagonal barrel and then the case hardened with the wood stock at the rear. I was kind of going like halfway into the tactical game because I wanted some of those features we talked about earlier. The stock fit me great, but I really wanted to put a red dot on the gun and I really wanted to put a light on the gun because in a lot of states that we travel through, we can't bring anything but lever action rifles, so I end up the same problem you guys have. I want something accurate, I want it fast, and I want it to have the accessories that I need. The Gen 1 was okay, but it wasn't quite this good. Now this is the new Gen 2 furniture from Midwest Industries on this Henry Big Boy X that I got from Mad Pig Customs. I've been wanting to work with Mad Pig for a while. They made the guns for John Wick 4, which is very cool. Grantham's got a video on them, and they have been kind of the go-to custom shop for lever actions for a long time. I just haven't had an excuse to go over there and spend some money and get one all decked out. Luckily, they asked me if I want to do a review, and again, kind of a win-win for me because I was already going to buy one anyway, so here we are. Now this is what Mad Pig Custom can do with the new Midwest Industries parts. So first, they add parts, they take parts off, they can a la carte any lever gun that you want. You can even pick your coating and they do an action job, which trust me is worth it. I have a Big Boy X with no action job and I have this one, and this is so slick, it's unreal. Very fast, increases the rate of fire a great deal, makes the lever a lot easier to lever, so it's obviously better for newer shooters, people who are not used to the lever gun.
I kind of like this a lot, and I don't normally like lever guns.
Because it doesn't bang your knuckles so much when you're trying to press the round in and out of the gun. And on top of that, he adds a trigger job to it, which is pretty sweet. I mean, a single action trigger on a lever gun is good already, but this is like custom 2011 good, which is really cool. But I think the star of the show is gonna be the rail and then the stock. So the rail gives you a lot of things that you want. First off, you can mount a light to it, which is great. And not only can you mount a light to it, but you can mount it anywhere you want. If you run it at the 9 o'clock position like I do, that's pretty awesome. Also, Also comes with a sling swivel. It extends the length that you can reach out on the gun, and it actually covers up the barrel with this new top rail, so if you want to C-clamp this, you don't inevitably burn your hands on a hot day when you're grabbing the barrel. Also, the new Gen 2s have this top rail on it, which looks pretty sick in my personal opinion. It makes it look very futuristic, and on top of that, you can add whatever you want up on there. Came with the brake, which is the Midwest Industries brake, and that's pretty cool. For me, I don't really need that on a lever gun, but it did definitely flatten out the gun. But my favorite part of the show was really gonna be the stock here. First off, it has a whole bunch of adjustments, which is nice. You have a rubber butt pad back here. You can adjust the cheek comb, which is really a necessity if you're gonna go hunting with this with a magnified optic. That way you can adjust it to your face and you can get exact zero, and I like that a lot. Also, it comes with these ammunition carriers over here, which is pretty neat because it's M-LOK, so it's adjustable. So I found myself using the top ones a lot and the side ones a lot, but I didn't use these right here, which is not a big deal because I can unscrew those and I can actually put them on the front of the rail here, and then I can use them as kind of a speed reload, which I plan on doing after the video is over. I wanted to release this pretty quick because it was new for SHOT Show, although we have had this for a while in testing, and trust me, you're gonna get more videos on this. I'm actually gonna send my Henry Big Boy X to Mad Pig Custom next, and I plan on having him make me another one of these. I like this shit so much. Now, I do wanna mention that they did send us a Rossi with the rail and the stock and a pretty cool paint job, which I actually chose. However, the Rossi is a Rossi after all, and it did have some cycling issues. And once I said that, they did send me the Henry, and I just wanted that for full disclosure. I don't believe it was their issue. I think it was Rossi's issue because obviously the stuff worked on the Henry just fine, and it worked on my Henry as well. The issues had nothing to do with the accessories, they had to do with feeding, and that's the gun itself. So if you're interested in modern lever action rifles and you have a little bit of cash, I think this is a really good way to go. You can send it to Mad Pig Custom and you can get it customed out, or you can just buy parts on Midwest Industries website like I did with my previous lever action, and you can install them yourself. It's relatively easy. As long as you're a decently competent person, you can put an IKEA set together, you're good to go. Now, one of the interesting things we're going to be doing with these lever guns is in a few months, we're finally going to be moving into our new house with our new range, and we'll have 700 yards to play with, and we're going to see exactly how far we can shoot these. So if you're interested in that, leave me a comment below. Let me know in the comments if you had any experience with these. So far, so good. I've got a good bit of rounds on both of these guns, and I haven't had any parts related issues like I actually have had with some other manufacturers. I've had previous manufacturers on lever guns have parts that actually rattled themselves loose, and I was concerned with that on these, but we didn't see that. So let me know your experience. Let me know how you feel about these, whether they're worth the money, whether they're not. Let me know if you want to see future videos. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please stop by our Oklahoma shelters and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.